Well, listen up. Would love an MMF, or an FFM, I think my girlfriend would throw me out a window if I ever brought it up.
I can't believe what you just told me! Get out of here!
And I don't think she would understand past relationships that I had in these areas. This is a comment I had on my recent MFF, my first experience, and you can have one too, video. You got to go check it out. Now, really, I know there's a lot of fear out there that if you reveal that you want to have an MFF or MFM or MMF or MMM or FFM threesome, that your partner might just be in total and absolute shock. And in this case, this guy thinks that he's going to be thrown out the window. But is that fear real? You know, is that fear coming from inside of you? Yes. Is it really the fear that your partner has? Likely no. This is not a life-threatening situation. This is you, going in and revealing who you are. If you don't have a partner, that can't support who you are, then you better think about this a little bit, because the reason we come together in intimate relationships is to be with someone that we can really truly be ourselves with, right? We can really open up ourselves. That's what I believe. I mean, might not believe that, but that is what I believe. And I'm not saying it's easy. Sometimes it's really freaking hard to open up, reveal your deepest desires to your partner. But when you do, it helps you to become closer create a closer connection with each other. It helps you to better your relationship because now you know more about each other and you can work with it, right? You can work with it. Instead of sitting there holding on to, I really want to do this, I really want to feel this, and you do. I know people that have held on to things for years, decades, and it's destroying them. Physically, they're falling apart, hurting, aching, pains everywhere, back, especially the back, stomach problems, leg problems, heart problems. This is all the energy that you're holding inside of you because you're not opening up to what you really desire and who you really are. I've had so many amazing comments from all you incredible people out there. Like, some are just absolutely incredible. So I've chosen a bunch and I'm going to read the comment and then I'm going to comment and give you some feedback of what I think. And I think these comments and the conversations that we have in the comments are so helpful because then I get to know you guys, you get to know each other, you can share and learn and just help each other. That's what this is about, right? This is a channel about sexual relationship exploration. So we want to help each other as much as we can. Now here's a transformational comment. Listen up to this one. After being married for 13 years, we were in the process of divorce. We decided to have a last night out. She confessed wanting to be a dominatrix. We went home that night and played out her fantasy. For a last hurrah, we were still married 10 years later. So look at that. Look what happened there. They're on the brink of divorce here. Things have fallen apart. Now, things start to fall apart, in particular, when you hold in the way that you really feel, what you really desire. Like you want this so much that you're willing to lose everything before you say anything. But they just decided last hurrah, she revealed it, and boom, they're still together. Now, same video, how and why I started sexually exploring. Check that one out. I love this video. Through my life, I have met women that were bisexual, but once I told them that I was also bisexual and have been since I was in my teens, most of the women say they can't be in a relationship with a bisexual man, even though they were also bisexual. It seems that it's more open about the subject in this day and time, but I'm not in my 20s. I am in my 50s, and I don't meet any females that are open to bisexuality. Too bad Craigslist isn't still around like it was back in the day. JSC596, thank you for the comment. Yes, it is different now for sure. There's a lot more discussion around sexuality. People are opening up. The new generations are shifting and changing based, compared to the way we had it when we were younger, when there was like no conversation. But listen, it doesn't mean that you in your 50s and 60s sit in the same box as you did in your 20s, okay? the new generations are opening up the possibilities. Okay, they are saying, hey, this is possible. We are exploring. We are doing this. We want to do this. We want to have more freedom here. Embrace that. Embrace that mindset. You know, if your mindset is, I can't do it, there's no one out there, there's no bisexual women, I'll never be able to find them. Change the way you think, because the change is now here. There are bisexual women. There are possibilities. I can explore with my wife. You know, we get stuck in their old loops from a long time ago, the old loops from the old beliefs that we used to have growing up. It's different now. So we need to work on this new way of thinking so that we can change our lives and open to our desires. Okay, now from the same video, how why I started opening up sexually, why I started sexually exploring, we have Scott YX8TC. We have become stagnant and we don't seem to know how to broaden our lifestyle and now have turned away from our sexuality. Once very open and experimental to pretty much making excuses to do nothing. I don't know how to really describe our emotions. I'm an older man and neither of us are kids anymore, and I need some acute conversation. Thanks. Great comment. Thank you. And I think a lot of people sit in the same kind of mud or blocks in your relationship. If you are in a long-term relationship and your sexual connection with your partner has stopped, you have to change it up. Completely change it up. Wipe the slate out from what you used to do and explore going into something very different.
Yeehaw!
So they say that they've experimented. I don't know, open and experimental. I don't know what that was, because there's a lot of different ways that you could explore and experiment. But have you done Tantra experimentation? Have you done kinky experimentation, BDSM? Have you gone into the spiritual realm of exploring together? Have you opened up masculine, feminine energies and played with that? Have you done role playing? There's a lot of different things that you can do. And in my experience, there is no ending. There's no ending to that. There's just, once you've gone through something and you're kind of like, well, I think we've done that and it's not so interesting anymore, there's something else. So open your mind to other possibilities. Where are those other possibilities? On my channel. I talk about all of these ways of sexually exploring. Art gallery seduction video. If you haven't seen it, check it out. That was a very fun night. Now, I got a really great comment here from Clinton Huel. This is very exciting to me. My girlfriend and I are huge fans. Thank you very much. Hopefully, we can in the near future get to this point in our relationship. Of course you can. It's not a 1 to 1,000 jump. You have to take it step by step. You have to start opening up, being vulnerable, talk about your desires with each other. Get through the fears of talking about sex, first of all, and then open up to your imagination and your creativity. What do you want to do? What turns you on? Everybody's individual. For us at that time, we were into role play, and we'd done a lot of role play as a couple. And then we thought, hey, I wonder if there's any other couples that want to role play with us. And we reached out to the possibilities, and things came up, ideas came out. So you have to take it step by step. Of course you can do it. We can all do it. It just takes some effort and some change in the way that you've been doing things up to this point. Another comment from the art gallery Seduction from my Willie S57. Is this for real, or are you just very good at storytelling? Well, yes, I'm very good at storytelling, but it is for real. If you want to get into more storytelling about my own personal explorations, join my Patreon account. Every month, I reveal a story of something that I explored, and how it felt, and what I did, and what we and my partner did, and where it took me. So check out my Patreon account. You're gonna love the stories there. 3 seasons of stories already, so lots and lots to catch up on. For the video that I put out, MFM Threesomes for Hetero-Man, okay? Comment by Silver Dawn 55. 2 guys and 1 woman definitely works better than other combinations. I can guarantee that 2 men who aren't worried about bumping into each other are going to have 1 very tired and happy woman at the end. Likely also a bit sore in spots. Yes, definitely. If the 2 guys have mastered ejaculation control, you're not uptight about, but yeah, bumping into the guy. I mean, bodies and bodies. You don't have to be gay. You don't even have to be bisexual, bi-friendly, or bi-situational. you can just want to please this woman that you're with, the two of you. And yes, you will probably bump into each other. You might touch, but so what? Enjoy, have fun, go into it with just full on excitement and passion and presence. And yes, if you guys can maintain it, the woman can certainly keep orgasming over and over and over and over again. At the end, the two of you do your thing, and it's a win-win-win for everybody. Another common question on my video, after you tell your wife you want a threesome. Of course, I talk a lot about threesomes. I have a whole bunch of different videos about threesomes and the different steps. And I have a whole course called the Threesome Formula. So if you want to really get into the deep depth of having a threesome with your partner, get the course. This guy says, my wife is too vanilla and I want to talk with her, but I'm scared. I did say something a long time ago and she said that I don't love her if I want her to do something like that.
I thought you loved me.
So scared, yes. Again, fear. Fear is a big one. And being scared to talk to your wife. Why are people scared to tell their intimate partner, their wife, their girlfriend, about having deeper desires? Fear of losing your partner, fear she's going to think you're crazy, fear she's going to reject you. There's a lot of very valid reasons, right? But you can go into it, in a more gentle manner if it's difficult for you. And I would say before you even tell your partner, get really solid in yourself, okay? Get really solid, like, this is something that I desire. This is something I've been thinking about for a long time. And I'm going to have a really heart-to-heart conversation with my partner. I'm going to, ask them about their fantasies and see what they come up with. I'm going to say, I'd like to tell you some of my fantasies. Would you like to hear? I'm going to bring it in a more gentle manner. You're not just going to say, I want to have a threesome. What do you think? It's not going to go over that well if your partner's not prepared. So set it up, get comfortable. Both of you, have a drink, smoke some weed, whatever it takes just to get really grounded and comfortable. And then get into the conversation talking about sex. If they say things like, what did they say? She said that I don't love her, and say, of course I love you, honey. Like, don't take it so personally. She's scared too. She's as scared as you are. You think you're scared telling her, she's scared to hear this stuff. So, you have to support it with your love, with your tenderness, with your presence and your comfort and your truth, and all of these great things that you have that make up a relationship. Now here's a great comment from my video, The Truth About MFM Threesomes, from Sullivan Jasper. I have had many wonderful experiences playing with married couples as a young single man. I tended to gravitate towards those who were a little bit older than me and was even a regular guest to a lovely couple in their 50s who were empty nesters. Later, my wife and I would have some memorable experiences of our own with a handful of select gentlemen. It's been a few years now, though, and I'm unsure how to get her interested again. Well, I'd like to know, why do you think she would be uninterested? What's going on between the two of you? Talk about it. Of course, she's already started to explore. She's already interested. Maybe you've just had a lull. Sex, our sexual connection, our sexual energy is fluid. Sometimes it's very high and we want to have a lot of, really exciting sexual connections, and sometimes we just don't feel like it at all. And that happens in long-term relationships. So now you're feeling like you want to get back into it, right? And you've done it before. And how do you talk to your wife now? You go in with honesty and talk about your experiences you had before. Talk about some new possibilities. Ask her what she thinks she would like to do now, what she would like to try differently. Propose stuff as well. Like, a lot of times, I find that men are waiting for their wives to give them information. I don't know what she wants. I'm trying to figure out what she wants. She won't tell me what she wants. Tell her what you want, right? Tell her exactly what you want. Initiate. Step forward. Take charge here. If you really want it and you come forward with confidence and assurance that she's going to be part of this every step of the way, it's going to be okay. A success story from the same video from Goodly Mana. Just had my first MFM last night. Effing amazing. What you say about the energy being different is an understatement. Yes, when you bring in a third person, the energy is always very different, and it's going to be different with each person that you bring. Every person you bring in, any person, let me say that again, any person that you bring in to your coupledom, it's going to create a whole different energetic feel for the two of you. It's a whole different kind of person, and each of you is going to react to that person differently. Each of you is going to feel differently. That person's going to bring all sorts of new kinds of things to the connection. And sometimes it's going to be absolutely incredible and amazing and fun and passionate. And sometimes it's going to be like, it's all right. So you just have to keep going and trying and exploring different options, exploring different people, exploring different situations. Another great comment from the MFM Threesomes. From Scrag0416. Interesting. Our experience was an eye-opener. We have done this a few times and had so limited experience. It started as a simple dinner together, and after a few margaritas, it got very steamy. What happened next was something I was not prepared for. My coworker was a huge flirt, and my wife started the sexual flirting process. In 30 minutes, it went off the wall, and she figured out quickly that he was hugely endowed and wanted her. I'll leave it at that, as I was amazed at his size and what ended up as a night that no one slept. So these people, this couple, just took it step by step. No expectation when they go out to meet somebody as a potential or someone that they might be attracted to. No expectation, just enjoy, let it then unfold organically. If both of you are getting really turned on and excited and the other person is as well, maybe it'll take off and you'll have a bloody amazing night where you won't sleep all night. And maybe it won't, so you go on to the next person. Always take it step by step, okay? Don't try to force or push anything. Don't try to force or push your partner into anything. So thank you for joining today. Love your comments. Love that you're all here. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I'm doing some interviews for a program that I want to create just for that, to help you guys get through this, the muck, the blockages. So if you could sign up for an interview with me, the first description below, sign up and we can have a chat. I'll ask you some questions and get some more information so I can make a really juicy program to help you move through all of this. So thank you very much for showing up today. Love you so much. Much love making. Open your sexual energy for you.